Okay, so what is the public cloud actually? So do you have any idea what do you mean by public cloud?
Uh, Public cloud means like, for example, this Gmail and all, right?
Yeah, you can say like you having the
Gmail,
Google Drive, right? You are
yeah,
keeping
Google
some
Drive,
data
yeah,
over
Google
the
Drive,
cloud.
Gmail.
So that yeah, that is the public cloud. So which is available publicly. So like computing sources services offered over the public internet that is can be sign up. Like you can simply sign up as part of your Google Drive and you can simply utilize it. That is comes under the public cloud actually. Okay.
Yeah,
So you can sign up at any point of time. Like you was asking me to create an account as part of Azure, right? So you are
yeah,
creating the Azure account, but and you are going to get the free tier. So that is nothing but the public cloud only
public
kind of
cloud.
stuff, right? You are
Okay.
not choosing anything private. Maybe you are going to do some networking, you are going to have the servers which is very restricted one. Those kind of restriction is going to be applied as part of the private cloud. But as of now, if you are simply signing up over the internet using from the internet, that is a public cloud only, right? Computing services offered by public internet. Anything
Public
I can say about you can understand the OneDrive also. Maybe you are getting some 5 GB of data, or we can say the we having the iCloud also from the
yeah,
I
yeah, iCloud.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. So those things can comes under the public cloud concept. Yeah, private cloud. You are computing offering for the particular users only, for internal purpose only, for corporate purpose only, right? Those things comes under the private cloud.
Private cloud.
Yeah. So computing services offered to only the selected users, or I can say for the internal purpose or the for the corporate cloud that is comes under the private cloud. Okay, what do you mean by hybrid? The combination of public and private, right? So what things you will go for public, what things you will go for private? Now let me tell you something. You are using the public cloud. You having the Gmail, you having a Gmail account, you having the Google Drive, you kept some photos there, you kept some documents there. So
Yeah,
anyhow, anyway, Gmail or Google know about it. You kept some data there, right? Even it's not being accessed by someone else, but anyhow, anyway, it's kept in public cloud, right? There is no encryption. Your data has not been encrypted, right? It's directly available. You're directly downloading it, right?
yeah,
So you can understand some combination need to be done. Some security need to be applied. So that kind of next level of security you're going to see as part of your private cloud. You're not working any product over you're not working over a product, right? So
yeah.
company having the confidential information, so company as know what is the most sensitive data, what is the least sensitive data. Like I told you, like in a banking domain, client data is very important to them, right? They cannot simply reveal to anyone, right? So in
Yeah.
that case, they will go for the infrastructure as a service, and they can go for the private cloud. Very less amount of means I can say in the entire world, only 5 to 6 people banks are there which are using the private cloud. Okay, they are
Yeah.
not using the public cloud actually. And the private cloud is nothing but they are trying to use it on premises also. Private cloud is
Uh,
going to provide you that kind of facility. You have the entire setup as infrastructure as a service, and they are going to deal like a private cloud. How is it a private cloud? This particular infrastructure will be used by one of the company only. It is not going to use by multiple companies. Okay,
okay.
so like public, you can understand in the Google Drive, entire India account or entire world account is there as part of your Google account, right? Google Drive. But
Yeah.
definitely, if it's a private cloud, definitely that will be dedicated to you only. Nobody will have the account. So like Tennessee kind of stuff, you will see in a future. Share Tennessee is there, instance-based Tennessee is there, and dedicated hosts are there. You are going to see that thing. Okay, nobody's at all. Now understand the difference between all three clouds, right? The public cloud, you can see the public cloud provider is who you have in the AWS, which is the public cloud provider.
Public
You have
cloud
in
provider.
GCP, right? And Microsoft. Those are providing the public cloud to you.
Means
If
Azure is also public cloud.
public cloud only, you are signing up, no? You are signing
Yeah.
up, you are taking the subscription, that is the
Yeah.
public cloud. But if you are looking for the private cloud, then Microsoft will come to your company and do the on-premises setup. That is comes under the private cloud. Microsoft will come if your data will stay in the data centers of the Microsoft, that is a public cloud.
Okay.
If your data will stay in the data centers of the Microsoft, that is comes under the public cloud. Okay, if your data will stay in your own company premises, right, that is comes under private cloud. And the
Right.
combination of the public and private cloud means your company is connected to the public cloud, so some important sensitive information is there as part of their on premises, and some non-sensitive data will be there in the Microsoft data center. So they having some connection. You may heard about the VPN connection, right?
Yeah, yeah,
VPN connection or the direct connection, you have heard about it, right?
yeah.
So direct connect is the kind of concept is there.
Means we are connecting with that server using VPN, like big
VPN.
IP client and some uh, like there is some applications which we are
Right.
using for VPN connectivity.
Right. So whenever somebody will ask you what is the private cloud, so cloud means infrastructure will be maintained by the Microsoft only, but it will be in your location. Okay. Infrastructure like private cloud. Yeah, so you are using infrastructure and private cloud. You need to understand it's an infrastructure as a service, and your server will be on premises, right? Bank of America would like to have the because see, I'm saying peoples are very sensitive to their information. They don't believe in data centers of the Microsoft. They're saying
Yeah.
we take care from our side. You need to have the server in my location. So those
Yeah.
are so much expensive, so much expensive. Okay,
Yeah.
you are not to worry about it. Now one more problem is here. If some hardware failure is going to be happen, definitely you will be in much more in trouble, because if anything in their data center, they are responsible for it, right?
Yeah.
But if something is going wrong as part of the private cloud, definitely you need to struggle along with the Microsoft people. And the combination of the both cloud comes under the hybrid cloud. So most of people are going for the hybrid cloud solution, like they have the connectivity between private cloud to the public cloud, and they are simply enjoying it, right? So both kind of cloud combination they having, that is hybrid cloud. I hope so you got the visibility about
Correct.
it, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Any example of hybrid cloud?
Hybrid cloud, nothing
both
but the
your-
connectivity between your on-premises to the data center of the AWS. Like you're using both together.
Okay.
You're- all people are using together. It's not like you have separate data center which is sitting between your Microsoft data center and on-premise. It's not like this. It's like connectivity. You have the connectivity from both kind of data centers, right? On-premises data center also, and even the Microsoft data center.
Microsoft.
Okay, it's a combination. Like direct connect is there, and what is the VPN connection is there. So you're connecting to your company network using the VPN, right?
Yes,
Virtual private, virtual private network, right? That is a VPN. Yeah. Okay, now we are going to understand the difference between the private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. I was just talking about a tenancy, right? Tenancy. Tenancy is like your hardware will be dedicated to you only. So it's saying single tenancy, there is only data of the single organization stored in the cloud. So private cloud means on premises, like if I'm saying Bank of America having the private cloud. So their server will stay in their own premises, like nobody is going to use it, right? That is comes under the single tenancy. What is the multi-tenancy? Like I'm saying it's a Azure data center where different company data may be available from multiple organizations. I can say TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, Capgemini, Accenture. All those people data will be there as part of the public cloud. So public tenancy, right? Hybrid is like is some data you are using. Like if you read here the properly, the data stored in the public cloud is usually multi-tenant, which means what data from the multiple organization is stored in a shared environment, and data stored in a private cloud is kept private by the organization. So it's like combination of both. It's not like any between location between both of the data centers, right? Got the visibility? So like there are both approaches, right? So they having sensitive data as part of on-premises or non-sensitive data as part of multi-tenancy in the Azure data center. So I hope you got the visibility about it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, now come to expose to the public. So as part of private cloud, you cannot expose to the public actually. So it's specific to the organization, and organization people is going to use it, right? It's for sure. So no public exposure will be there for the private cloud. Only the organization itself can use it, the private cloud services. What is the public? Public, like anybody can use the public cloud, right? Because it's available publicly in the data centers of the Azure. Okay. Now come to the hybrid. The hybrid services are running on the private cloud, can be accessible only by the organization, and while the services running on the public cloud can be accessed by the anyone. So it's a combination of both. So privately company is using, and publicly public is using. Okay. Data center location. So you can see the inside the organization network, like on premises only. Private cloud, nothing but the on premises inside the company organization networks only. Public
Yeah.
means Azure cloud provider data centers, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Azure data centers. Maybe it's in Mumbai location or Bangalore location. So they having couple of data centers. So
Yeah.
there, so anywhere in the internet where the cloud service providers services are located. So AWS or Azure, whatever the cloud providers you are using, their data center will be available. Okay. And what about the data center locations? It's like inside the organization as well as outside of the organization as well, which is in the data centers, right? What
Yeah.
the community hybrid. Now cloud service management, what is the management? So like if I talk about the private cloud, I told you it's much more expensive for you. So administrative activities you need to manage at your own level. This is the problem with the private cloud. The organization must have their own administrative management, managing their private cloud services. So like they are going to hire a dedicated team which is going to work with the administrative activity, right? From the
Yeah.
OS level, from the
Oh,
OS, right? So
okay.
that is administrative activity need to be done. The public cloud, like no need to do anything. It can be like very less, or you can say like a cloud providers is going to deal with it, right? The service provider manages the services where the organization merely used them. So there is no much more involvement of the organization, right? And come
Yeah.
to the hybrid cloud, same thing. The organization itself must manage the private cloud, while the public cloud is managed by the CSP. CSP is cloud service provider.
Cloud service providers means AWS, Azure, and all.
Right,
Right?
right. Yeah. Hardware component. So it's like you must provide it by the organization itself, okay, and which has to buy physical servers to build their private cloud on. So I was saying if some hardware failure is going to be happen in terms of the private cloud also, right? So that need to
Okay.
be there from your pocket. You're supposed to bear from your pocket. Even I'm doing the infrastructure for you, but you have to
Okay.
pay from your pocket, right?
Okay.
You need to pay the money to me. I'm going to maintain your infrastructure. Okay, but
Okay.
anyhow, administrative activity need to be maintained, need to be taken care, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So over here it's saying no need to worry about the hardware. It's working all the time. They having so many servers available. They having so many things available. So they
Yeah.
can simply switch. You can understand this multi-tenancy, right? So
Hmm.
you, if one particular instance is down or one particular virtual machine is down, automatically it is going to be taken care by some other. Actually, that kind of environment is also there as part of private, but just we are taking the overview. Okay, if entire like I'm saying in Hyderabad location, Bank of America is there, and your Bank of America server is staying in Hyderabad location only. Then what is
Okay.
going to happen? Disaster will come and Bank of America server will collapse, right? So
Yeah.
that kind of advantage we don't having as part of the private clouds. Okay,
Right.
the
So
organization.
all the Azures and AWS, whatever we are using, that clouds come in the public one.
No, not only public. They are offering all three kind of clouds. They are offering all three kind of clouds. I'm saying.
Private, hybrid, and public, all three, right?
All three kind of cloud facility they are providing. That's why we are studying. What do you mean by public cloud? That setup is going to be maintained by the Microsoft, but its location is different in terms of the private cloud. Location will
Okay.
be a local location, and in terms of public, it will be like on the Microsoft data centers, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three kind of things will be going to be maintained. Cloud is going means it, all three kind of cloud services is going to be provided by the Microsoft Azure, sorry, Microsoft AWS and cloud Google
Cloud.
Clouds, right? GCP. Yeah. Expensive. So what are the expenses? So can be quite expensive since the hardware application and the networking have to be provided and managed by the organization itself, right?
Yeah.
That is the problem in terms of the private cloud. Anyhow, anyway, you can understand the private cloud is nothing but the on-premises kind of situation only. You're dealing with everything, even it's a cloud. So what's the advantage of having the private cloud? Because you're following so many standards. Maybe as part of your on premises, you may not follow some standards, right? You're not
Yeah.
having some certification, you may not having some security things. So that
Yeah.
may be avoided due to you don't have proper CMM level. If you are aware about the CMM levels, right?
Yeah.
CMM
It's like level 1 to level 5, right?
right,
So
right,
it's like a level 3 company. Level 2 means small scale, middle scale company,
right.
and MNCs means Wipro, TCS comes under
Right.
level 5,
So they are
right?
CM level 5 because their code is written in such a way that is much more robust and they are following lots of standard to maintain the security, right? So that is the
Yeah.
advantage with the cloud. Your cloud is going to be followed all the standard, but anyhow, anyway, it will be much more costly for you, right? That is the
Yeah.
private. You can ask me. Yeah, the private cloud is just like on-premises cloud only. Like I'm dealing in the previous days like this, I'm doing the same way. But
Yeah.
most of the standards are being followed, right? So that is the advantage here. Like much more visibility of the services will be there. Okay. Public cloud, we already know it will be much more cheaper for you. You don't need to have anything for it, right? So like cloud service provider has to provide the hardware setup in the application and provide the network's accessibility according to the SLA. Service level agreements are there. You may heard about it, right? How it
So,
will
yeah,
be.
SLA. Yeah.
Yeah, SLA, service level agreement is there, right? And the same thing, combination of both hardware and sorry, public and private. So those kind of combination is hybrid cloud only. Okay, so I
Mhm.
hope you got the visibility. If not, no problem at all. We are going to revise it again and again. You will get the much more visibility about it. Now we can
Yeah.
go through questions, right?
Yeah.
So now the question is here: which term from the list below would be viewed as a benefit of cloud services? Tell me. Cloud services. What is the main benefit of cloud services?
Main benefit of cloud services.
Yeah, you have
Um,
gone through the terminology, right? One terminology is there,
yeah.
which is
So
the term.
it's like we can say
Yeah. Out of
elasticity.
elasticity, right? Correct
Yeah,
answer.
because it will be how much we want to expand, we can expand, we can close.
Right.
Means growth and
See,
we can shrink.
yeah.
Both
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are going to be happen as part of the elasticity. That is the advantage. Yeah. Correct
Yeah.
answer. Okay. Now you can read the question. Second one, read it. You will get much more
Suppose
video.
you Yeah, suppose you have two types of application, legacy application that require specialized mainframe hardware and newer application that can run on commodity hardware.
Mhm.
Which cloud deployment model would be best for you?
Yeah.
Means legacy application means
Legacy means
mm,
old application, which are you have heard about the mainframes, right? Very old
yeah,
applications which are running on the old technologies, and their configurations are very complex configurations, and they are simply up and running anyhow anyway. We are maintaining them, right? So those kind of
okay.
applications.
So that comes under private cloud.
Yeah, yeah. First category like legacy application comes under the private cloud, and second one is they are asking about the public like commodity. So the combination of public and private is what?
Uh,
Hybrid.
hybrid,
Yeah,
hybrid,
but the best possible solution for you is will be hybrid cloud, right?
hybrid cloud.
Yeah, because you would like to maintain the both kind of application as part of your cloud
Yeah,
services.
cloud
Got the
service. Means in maximum whatever we are using in our company, so that is a private cloud. And if company is using the cloud services like Azure and all, so then we can go with public cloud, right?
yeah, 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 yeah. So see, I'm saying it's not like Azure is providing public cloud only. It's not like this.
All three it is providing, but for understanding purpose, I'm saying like
Understanding
private
purpose you
means
can
on
understand.
premises.
On
Private
premise,
means
right,
on
right.
premises, whatever
Yeah,
we are using in our company
yeah, but you're
infrastructure.
not following the cloud standards actually. Do you have the your servers has been purchased by you from the very beginning, right? All the configuration has been done from your side from very beginning. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah, in starting on.
you can understand such a way. On premise is nothing but the your setup which you are dealing with right now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
So now read the third question.
You're developing an application and want to focus on building, testing, and deploying. You
Mhm,
don't want to worry about managing the underlying hardware or software. Which
mhm.
cloud service type is best for you? Okay,
Yeah.
you are
Mhm.
developing an application and want to focus on building, testing, deploying. Then we can go with this one.
Which one?
Developing the application. One minute, you don't want to worry about managing the hardware or software. Then we can go with platform as a service.
Right. Perfect. Yeah, I don't want to deal
Yeah,
with the hardware or
yeah,
software
yeah.
all of
Because it
right.
is mentioned here, you are developing an application
Right. Right.
and
Right.
want to focus on building, testing, and deploying. So three things are there, but you
Mhm.
don't want to worry about managing. Means we will
Ah,
not take care of managing the at that
hardware
time
and
all
software.
the down that whatever you services you mentioned, it will be like only application and data, right? very easy.
Right. Application and data only, right? So
Data.
you don't want to worry about software may also come under the OS. I don't want to worry about the OS. I don't want to worry about the hardware,
Yeah,
network, all those things, right?
networking.
I just
Yeah,
want to focus on the development. So just for
yeah.
understanding platform as a service, understand the development kind of tools will come under the platform as a service, like DB servers, right?
DB
From the DB
servers.
servers, those are the perfect answers. Okay, all are
Yeah.
correct answers as of now, whatever you have given, right? So like this, you will get much more understanding about it, right? Now, next set of questions. Yeah, read it.
Which of the following statement is true about an Azure subscription?
Yeah.
Using Azure does not require a subscription on Azure subscription is a logical limit of Azure service. More than once. Second one.
Second one, right? So you're taking
Yeah.
the subscription. I told you, right? You are taking the
Yeah.
subscription, and
Yeah.
whenever
It is a
they are,
logical
yeah, logical.
limit.
Yeah,
Basically. Yeah.
yeah.
Means we are,
Mhm.
and also we here it is mentioned you can't have more than one, but we can use more than one.
Yeah, we can use more than one subscription because each and every different team is there. Like one is administrative team, one is developer team. So each and every team will
Yeah.
have different subscription as part of single account only. So you can have more than one subscription. That is for sure as part of single account. Yeah. Okay. Now second
Billing
question.
is, yeah, your billing is based on your usage of Azure resources and is invoiced monthly basis.
Right. So like this, you're getting the internet bill or telephone bill or mobile bill, right?
Yeah,
It's a
correct.
monthly based only. They are
So
not asking for
every
annual or daily.
30 days we are, yeah. So
Huh.
every 30 days we are getting the bill.
Right. So what kind of bill you are getting? Tell me, you are getting the bill of CapEx or OpEx?
We are getting the bill of OpEx.
OpEx and CapEx. You already did the you already purchased the reserve instances, right? But now you're for the operation purpose, right?
Yeah,
So
means like suppose whatever servers, whatever asset, whatever computers I buy from the market and I installed here. After that, once I try to, that comes under capex. And if I'm using that particular servers, okay, means for 1 hour, 2 hour, or for month basis, daily basis. So that comes this
OpEx. Yeah.
OpEx.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect. Yeah. Operating cost. Simple. Very simple. Operating cost. Yeah. That as of now, monthly it is going to be generated. So the bill which is going to be generated monthly for the OpEx only, right?
OpEx.
Okay. Perfect answer. What is the third question?
When you create an Azure resource like a virtual machine, you select the dash it belongs to. Create an Azure resource like virtual.
It's subscription. Azure
subscription.
subscription. No. Azure subscription.
Azure subscription.
Yeah, anything under the Azure, it's like a from subscription only it is going to be utilized, right? So you have like Netflix having the subscription. From that you're using the Netflix, right? So it's having the subscription from there. I'm going to show you how exactly it is going to be used. So each and every time for creating any resource, until unless you don't have the subscription, you're not able to work on it, right? You're not able to use on it. Internet subscription you are supposed to have. If you don't have the internet subscription, you cannot the internet, right? The same thing. Okay, now fourth question. Which Azure support plan is best for business critical work? Which Azure supports? So Azure standard. No, critical. It's a business critical workloads. Okay, business critical means professional direct. Professional, yeah, professional direct. So there are different kind of support plans provided by the Azure, and the business critical plans will be supported by the Azure professional. You will get to know what exactly they are supporting, how exactly they are supporting. Okay, they are supposed to be response less than 1 hour. So that kind of things you are going to see. So all answers are correct actually. Okay, so see, I just was explaining about the Azure Professional Direct Support Plan is the best business critical workload. This support team offers 1 hour response time and priority tracking of the critical cases. So less than 1 hour. Okay,